Okay, so the social psychology question on a minority influence. Here's the question: outline one method used to investigate minority influence. Let's say this is just a short answer, a 6-marker. Okay, when we get these outline one method, the focus must be on the details of the method. Okay, so I'm going to show you some answers here. I will include results, but this is not necessary for this question. You should not include results for this question. Okay, but I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so the method question. Let's have a look at this. This is on minority. So probably start with your best bet is the Moscovich study. Okay, so we've got 6 people, 2 Confederates, in other words, the minority, and 4 naive participants. And we want lots of detail wherever we can on the method used. So they viewed sets of 36 blue slides, which were varying in intensity. They had to then state if the slides were blue or green. There were 2 conditions: the consistent condition, in which the minority said the slides were green on all 36 slides, and the inconsistent condition, saying the slides were green on 24 of the slides and blue on 12 of the slides. Okay, so we have then covered our 3 bits of detail for our 3 marks there. I'm just including here a little bit on the results for you, just so that you've got a bit of revision on that particular study. We wanted, let's say we need another example. So again, you only need 1 for this particular question, but just because it's useful for your revision, let's put in also the Nemeth study. So Nemeth had 3 participants and 1 Confederate, and they had to decide how much compensation to give a victim of a ski lift accident. In condition 1, the Confederate, who was acting as the minority, argued for a small amount, but they were very inflexible. There was no flexibility in their stance. In condition 2, the Confederate, as the minority, showed a compromise, and they shifted to allocate a slightly higher amount for the victim of this ski lift. Okay, so again, we've got enough for our 3 marks. A little bit more detail in the Moscovich study is probably better. Again, just for revision purposes, but not for this question results, the majority did change their stance to a lower amount, and therefore it showed that flexibility, not being dogmatic, is actually important in persuasion as a minority, although obviously that then questions the whole point about consistency. If we wanted some more revision material in terms of studies to support minority influence, we could also use the Mugney study. Mugney, basically a majority group exposed to minority views, their extreme views on controlling pollution. And in condition 1, the minority wouldn't budge. In condition 2, the minority appeared much more flexible by compromising. And what they found was the minority was seen as more reasonable, and therefore they were more persuasive. So this is really just in case you needed more material for minority influence. But my advice would be, if you had 1 method question on minority influence, go with the Moscovich. We've got more detail there on the method.